Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into a really intense scenario from the story of Elias Thorne. We're going to break down a high-stakes, high-speed chase where the weapon of choice is sound itself. So let's just put ourselves in his shoes for a second. Picture this. You're in a high-speed chase, deep inside a dark tunnel. You can't see a thing, and to make matters worse, your opponent has a weapon that's messing with your head. How do you possibly win? Right from the get-go, the stakes are absolutely sky-high. Thorne's ally, Clara, has been taken, and he's right on the tail of the kidnapper's van as it's just tearing through the city's tunnel system. But this isn't your typical weapon. We're not talking about guns or explosives here. No, they're using something way more clever, something that uses the power of sound to create this invisible wall that Thorne just can't get through. And this brings us to the first huge problem Thorne has to solve. The kidnappers have a sonic weapon, and it's designed to do one thing: completely incapacitate him. Now, what's really wild about this is that the idea of a sonic nausea cannon isn't just something out of pure science fiction. It's actually based on real-world tech, stuff like the Active Denial System, or ADS, which uses energy waves to create this intense, unbearable sensation to push people back. And you can see the effects on Thorne are, well, they're brutal. He's hit with this wall of low-frequency sound, and immediately everything goes sideways. His vision blurs, he feels intensely sick, he can't focus. So with his main sense for driving totally shot, how on earth does he keep this chase going? Well, this is where things get really clever. If he can't use his eyes, he's going to use his ears. He basically transforms his entire car into this rolling sensory device. He takes his biggest weakness, not being able to see, and turns it around by leaning into the very thing they're using against him: sound. And this really shows you that massive shift in strategy. I mean, he has to throw out everything we know about driving, right? No more brake lights, no more judging distance with your eyes. Instead, he's navigating by listening to this symphony of sounds. It's not about outdriving them anymore. It's about outthinking them. So how does he do it? It's an incredible process, really. First, the car's parking sensors are constantly pinging the tunnel walls, giving him the boundaries. At the same time, these super sensitive binaural microphones are capturing the entire 3D soundscape. His brain takes all that info and builds a map in real time. It's kind of like how a bat uses echolocation, literally painting a picture of the world using nothing but sound. Okay, so mapping the tunnel is one thing. That's amazing in itself, but it's not enough. To actually win, Thorne has to get ahead of them. He has to know what they're going to do before they even do it. And to do that, he uses a basic principle of physics that we've all experienced. You know that sound an ambulance makes? That "nee-yaw" as it passes you. How the pitch gets higher as it comes closer and lower as it moves away? That's the Doppler effect, and Thorne uses it to predict the future. By tuning his microphones to the kidnapper's engine, he can pick up on these tiny, almost unnoticeable changes in its pitch. Every little shift in that engine's frequency is telling him a story. And that's the absolute game changer. That sound gives him a kind of precognition. A tiny rise in pitch means they're hitting the brakes for a corner. A slight drop means they're accelerating out of it. He is literally a split second ahead of them, anticipating every single move they make. So now he's armed with this incredible predictive ability, and he's ready to make his final move. He's about to take the kidnapper's greatest strength, that powerful sonic weapon, and turn it right back on them. This is it's pure genius. He weaponizes the tunnel itself. He understands the physics. He knows the curved walls can act like a giant acoustic mirror. All he has to do is get the angle just right. And when he finds that sweet spot, bam, it creates this catastrophic feedback loop. All the energy from their own cannon gets reflected, amplified, and blasted right back at their van. The vibrations shatter their windows, and the kidnappers get hit with a supercharged dose of their own medicine. Threat neutralized. So the big takeaway here is pretty clear. Having a deep understanding of the world around you, of physics, can be an unbelievably powerful tool. Thorne's story just shows us that the same principles used to attack can be flipped around into a brilliant, elegant defense. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What other invisible forces are all around us, just waiting for someone to figure out how to use them?